Good evening. Now I will tell you about this shear wall and belt wall. That is called belt wall. It will be casted with this slab. This is a double height slab, and in high-rise building, after 20 or 25 floors, we give one belt wall. Sometimes after 10 floor, it depends upon the design. So this is called belt wall. It will continue full length, the slab. It is also connected with the shear walls. This shear wall has composite section inside. You can see this steel section also inside. Outside we have steel beam. Now labor are working there on the belt wall. Inspection also ongoing. See this side also. This belt wall is continue on all the periphery, and this belt wall is connected upside with a double slab, double height slab. So it will be casted with the upper slab, this belt wall and this remaining shear wall. We cast it up to 1 meter, this shear wall, and the remaining shear wall and the belt wall, it will be casted with up slab, this slab. You can see this belt wall is continue on all the boundary of this building, this at the periphery of this level. Now you can see up over there welding is ongoing. So I will check if they are meeting the safety requirement or not, because this type of welding I can stop the work, because now see these flames, they are falling down and there is no safety measurement. So I can stop their work. I can ensure they use some proper fire blanket also, and then they continue this welding, because in this situation it can catch fire. So now after this video I will stop their work and I will make sure they meet all the safety requirements, then they will continue. So the belt wall, it's continued here. It's connected over there with the columns, and it's also continued here. Then it's connected with these columns. Belt wall is very important in high-rise building. It gives stability to the structure. It connects all the vertical elements into one place. All the columns and the shear walls, they remain connected. It's all about stability. When you go high-rise, you need to make sure there is lateral stability. You can see this is a composite section upside. In the shear wall, we fix this composite section. One piece of that composite section is 7 tons in the weight. We fixed it. It will be casted inside the concrete. This composite section is connecting this core wall and the shear wall. So this is also all these elements, they are for the stability of the structure. Composite section. In high-rise building, we have a few challenges. First of all, there are 3 types of forces. One is the self-load of the building self-weight, and the second one is the seismic forces, and the third one is the wind loading, the wind forces. All the 3 forces, so the seismic forces and the wind loading, they produce these side forces, like the lateral, these are called lateral forces. So this composite section and the belt wall, they mainly resist the seismic forces, earthquake loading, and this wind loading. The self load of the building, it is carried mostly by the core walls, shear walls, and the columns. So the self load of the building is purely vertical load. The vertical load is taken by the vertical elements, and these horizontal elements like the steel sections, composite section, the belt wall, all these are for lateral stability or side forces, and we have different seismic zones. Some areas they are more prone to the earthquake. Some areas like the Middle East is less prone to the earthquake, but still in the design we designed the building for a maximum earthquake stability. This is otherwise mostly in the Middle East buildings they resist the lateral loads. Only the especially the self weight of the building.